This is series 15. EHOME against TongFu, the International 2012. This was played on the 27th of August 2012. This is game 1 of the best of 2 between EHOME and TongFu. The interesting thing about this is that after EHOME split up, Lan was in TongFu for a while, and King Che has moved to TongFu. King Che, right? 2013 international. TongFu will play with King Che, and King Che, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to play some sort of a side lane or something like that. He's in a similar capacity in EHOME, not exactly the same, but sort of similar. King Che replaced Yao Bai in April this year, but before that, TongFu even had Long DD, who has been in EHOME, and TongFu also had Lan as a player for a while, but he left, and Lan now is playing with Rattlesnake. They might make it into the international, they might not. They have to beat another team to get there, to get to play among the other best teams. Right now they are one win away from reaching the international, but they will get to go to Seattle either way. TongFu lineup doesn't have Avoke anymore. Avoke was Avoke left the team. He was replaced for a while, but then Banana came, and Yao Bai came, and King Che replaced Yao Bai, and then we have sort of the lineup. Kabu isn't in TongFu either. Kabu is together with Lam in Rattlesnake. EHOME goes for the first pick Invoker. QQQ or Tai will play it. One of the two. I would be surprised if a third player played it, but on the other hand, it's EHOME. God damn it. Ooh! Lone Druid and Impa pick back then. He's gonna go for a Radiance. This is the time when the Radiance pair was the thing. An early Brewmaster pick is sort of interesting. It's difficult to tell how much they loved Brewmaster back then, but it had more play than it does now. It has been banned for a while. It's still usable, but people just don't pick him anymore. As for the bans, TongFu went for the most common bans back then, and Lan gets to play his mid lane Morphling again. Yes, Lan Morphling. As for EHOME bans, well, Furion was a strong pick back then, so was Rubik. That has been for a very long time a common pick, so I think it's all good. Sort of common, understandable bans. Those heroes don't really counter anything they're going for, they're just annoying. Furion was and still is really annoying to play against. The split push he can provide is just too much for some teams to handle. I wouldn't expect EHOME to be one of those teams, but either way it's still a solid ban. TongFu taking their time here. there was also a problem for a while, because Lan, when he went to TongFu from EHOME, he wanted to go back to EHOME, but it wasn't done as it should have been. It was just him insisting on it, and there was a conflict, and in the end they ruled that EHOME would have to pay to TongFu, but Lan could still go for EHOME. So nothing major came out of it, but for a while it sort of felt like Lan could get some sort of a disqualification, or he would be banned from joining either teams, or he would have to pay a huge bunch of money as sort of a fee or whatever. But it went okay. Lan made an official apology, and it ended up being rather fine. It went past quickly. It could have been rather disgraceful. A Tinker ban, that's interesting. Well, Venomancer support, we don't see that anymore nowadays, but it's still an awesome pick. The slow is massive, but the hero is just 2 paper. A Tinker ban, Tinker would be middle against Morphling. With Morphling it's difficult to stand against Tinker, I suppose. So it's a good ban. EHOME has Big Tide before, so a Tide ban is sort of okay. Tide would then be as a support with Chen or on the long lane. I don't see him doing good in either possibility, but whatever, TongFu, those are the guys that are being paid to play this game. Who am I to say what's right and what's wrong?
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining.
TongFu's turn to bat.
Broadmother. Sort of. I've seen the Broadmother ban for several times now. It was picked once, and I don't entirely see why it would be so strong. It's one of the bans or picks that just lingered on for a very long time. People were afraid to play against it. People were afraid to let the opponents have it, because they might actually know how to play it really good. Everyone saw the potential from time to time. They were reminded of it, but it still, I wouldn't say, was that important. It just lingered for a very long time. When it surfaced, it was an important pick or ban. It was a strong hero to have on your team, but people kept banning it for way too long. Eventually it died out. Broadmother just disappeared basically, and hasn't had any coverage for a very long time. Any proper coverage, that's for sure. But I'm not sure whether back then it was as important as these bans would lead me to believe. But a bounty hunter, because they played the bounty hunter against Broadmother rather successfully. I mean, if Broadmother gets his soul ring, her soul ring, she can just spam away. Anytime bounty hunter shows his face, a nuke will arrive, and bounty can't tank those nukes, so he was quite in a pickle. But he survived. It was a lane where he could get the experience, get some sort of farm, and not die, not feed. That's sort of the main thing with the side lane. Get something, but don't feed. Alina, nice. Heavy nuke damage. They have their supports up and running, so they need a mid solo or a carry. Depends on which lane they will put the Brewmaster on. I expect the Lone Tree to go on a side lane, start pulling creeps, things like that.
10 seconds.
TongFu knows they have to farm for quite a long time, so they're going for fight-heavy heroes. Lina and Brewmaster are really good for skirmishes, even big team battles. Just because Brewmaster and Environments are getting slow several heroes and rather heavily. Lina can nuke several heroes and rather heavily as well. So they have everything they need. Plus the Brewmaster's ultimate is sort of a safety net. If everything goes wrong, Brewmaster's ultimate, at least something will be done, at least some kind of damage control, usually. Or some sort of kills will be had. It's difficult not to get any kills with Brewmaster's ultimate, considering the awesome rock he can throw, the amount of damage his fire can do, and all of the utility all the freeze spirits give together. A Lich pick, finally some awesome Lich play. Chen Lich will be supporting, Morphling will be middle, Bounty Hunter will be top, and Dai will farm with Invoker on bot lane. This is what I'm expecting.
10 seconds remaining. Templar
I don't see it going any other way. So it will be Templar Assassin middle, played by Mu. Gabu and San Cheng will have to support. Avoke, who's not in TongFu anymore, will play Broodmaster, and Hao playing Lone Druid. I must say that's sort of an interesting lineup. Rather fight heavy. Again, Templar Assassin really good in fights, especially if he gets a haste rune. There's nothing more frightening than a Templar Assassin with a haste rune. Sun Sheng, Mu and Hao are still in TongFu.
10 seconds remaining.
So Gabu and Evoke have left. Why am I watching top lane? QQQ playing the Chen. Lan, as I said, will go middle. Tai will farm with Invoker bot. Oh, Hunter's going top. Maybe they're switching around, it seems. Invoker will be forced to go top lane. Maybe they're expecting smoke. Maybe they're expecting the Lone Druid to be bot, which means free farm for Bounty Hunter. Well, until he gets roots. Then it's... Ooh! Fast Roche! This is interesting. Rather ballsy as well. Venomancer doesn't have anything yet. A melt hit will decrease the armor, but not by much. It's not sufficient. Clap slows, but it's not enough to deal proper damage. They place the wards really early, so they know what's going on. If they were to come, and Kabu stunning. They will take it down, but it will take some time. They will make it before the Grief Swan, I expect. Who will they give it to? Abok or Mu? They seem to be the closest ones. Yeah, it's the Mitsu or Mu. Almost has his bottle. Sort of a surprise for them. Oh! Bounty Hunter is invisible, he can get away from that. I get sent back. He can get away from the sentry, but their ward will not. This ward is as dead as it can be. Invisibility rune for Cabo. He has only one stun left, so I don't expect a meat kill here, especially against a guy with waveform. Farming will be difficult for Lan yet again. Just because Morphling is not an easy hero to last hit with. Templar Assassin on the other hand is sort of easy to last it with. Oh, Cabo! What was that? Taking some tower hits. Lan knew, also got to know that he's there, so there might. But this is an interesting way they lane it. They put the Lich top so he can deny farm for the opposing farmer, which is Lone Trade. fewer creeps on the lane means less farm, less experience as well. On the other hand, they have the Invoker, who's almost this solo, so they have double lanes. Well, Jin's not on a lane anywhere. He can't help anyone early on, which is a risky tactic, but it can pay off with a fast mechanism. It can pay off. It doesn't. It often doesn't, but it can. Sort of risky because Chen's creeps. If you take a few ogres or wildkins or trolls or whatever, you can fight really well against any hero. But that's a potential that can be lost if you just don't fight or dodge fights or have a laning setup where fights are not an option. For example, even though there's just a Brewmaster bot lane, ganking him will be difficult if it's just Bounty Hunter and Chen. Oh, he has boots as well already, which means he's even harder to gank. Gabu has boots as well, whether he will buy them or not, it remains to be seen. King Chase is just gonna have to deny as much experience from the fire as much as he can. I don't understand how this is even possible. I know this is played on a very old version, a year old almost. But why are all the names wrong? Why is this bear called Fire? Why are all the wards something different? Hellbear, Smasher, Radiance, Ancient, what? Melee Barracks. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Take the last hit for the love of God. The bear will attack each. Orb of Venom up on the bear. Will provide some slow. How's Lun doing? Not so good. He's behind quite significantly. To be expected. Really to be expected. Morphling's not as strong on the mid lane as people thought it to be. And that was to be seen, because after his nerf he was never played again. Basically, just never played again. Gabu waiting for a rune, it's a haste swap. Mu will go after it. Doesn't even take the last hit fair. Doesn't wait for the experience either, just goes for it. Like he's afraid of someone else getting it. Lum does not have his bottle. Well, he has his bottle, but it's on that chicken, flying back to the base to be refilled. He doesn't have his boots, so he can't really contest it. Otherwise he would a waveform. I can't say this is a tower trade because it will take longer for them to take this tower down. Plus a fortification. This ranged creep apparently will die. I expect it to die. Yes, there we have the battle cry as well. The Emperor Assassin is ready to go in on anyone who's going to defend. The bot tower got killed, but so will this tower, so it's 2 towers for 1. I don't say it would be a trade, but whatever. 2.4 gamings, there it is. Attacker is up. Kabu has mana boots already. Sunshine also has mana boots. All that mana, everyone gets mana. Copycat doesn't have much. None of the teams, none of the heroes on EHOME's team have any proper farm. None is the closest to having some sort of a farm. Which is the furthest way. But supports on TongFu are really in a good position early on against EHOME's supports, just because they got the Roshan. The advantage is really significant. It helps the supports the most. Well, as a support player, I would say that, but it really does help the supports a lot. And when it comes to supports, a lead early on is so nice to have. A crappy situation really early on is the worst thing ever, because you get only 75 gold per minute on default, which means you need some sort of farm. If you can't get towers, you can't get a Roshan, you don't have any gold whatsoever. You need some sort of farm. But if you're in a sticky situation already, your carries need all the farm they can get. So in the end you have supports with absolutely nothing. QQQ will be here to defend alone. An interesting decision to go top and gank How, but I don't see how they're gonna gank How. Up, this might be the initiation. Lan wave, nope, he doesn't waveform. Now he waveforms. Had to use a lot of mana before that. And you came and a few hits, and How's gonna get away. Lan wants to go for hits. He has to waveform out, otherwise he's dead. TP out. He's in the trees, no one can get to him. How? They still see How, they can't kill him. And Copycat died to double damage Emperor Assassin with a dagger. That's pretty neat. For a second there I thought How would TP. Nope, it's Moo. Moo. QQQ, as I said, defending mid lane all alone. But he's sort of the hero that can against the wards. They're gonna focus on the creeps. Take them down. Oh, no! The slow is too heavy. Can't walk away from there. As I said, AoE slows, 2 of them. Really awesome to have on your team. The side effects you wouldn't want, one of them is the Venomancer is horribly paper and doesn't deal a lot of damage with his slow. It just slows mainly. And your creep is up, King Che with an ultimate. The Boke is dead. Sunshine gets tossed into there, but Lan is too far away to waveform and deal damage. They see Kabu, who's tracked up. Moo there with his refraction charges. Tower still stands. It was a good initiation from EHOME. Lan needs the farm and Lich is gonna take it. Lich gonna have your mana. Is the most annoying phrase you will hear non-stop when you play Lich. What's a little frost among friends? The most horrible thing about Lich is that he has 2 spells which you can cast constantly and have to cast constantly as well. You don't need an opponent to cast it, you don't need to be in range of an opponent to cast it, so you will spam them non-stop, which means you will hear the sounds non-stop. Lich gonna have your mana. You will hear that phrase non-stop. Gabu trying to fish for a stun. It's not going to deliver. What is Evoke doing? What's his reason for being here? For running back and forth? Wants to go after Dai, who's bot lane, working on A4 stuff. He's not far from it, but it's 14 minutes. He would want to be closer. Tossed into there, and yippee! Not a lot of mana burn. Some move once the tower. Another refraction. Oh god. Chin with double damage. Whoa. Amazing. They want to go for land, but they also know that it's not an easy hero to kill, considering he has waveform and he can morph more HP. But this tower is dead. There is no fortification up. Modex lasted pretty easily with his massive damage early on. How already has 3.4k gold, which means the radiance is not far off. Here he's doing some pulling to take some farm away from Copied Cat, who's trying to get some levels up. 0-3 is not the score you want to have in 14 minutes. Do not recommend. The new Roshan's up. Sunshane's preparing for it with his wards. It will take a lot of time for the wards to solo it, but it's possible. At level 7, as a Venomancer, you can solo Roshan. It just takes an insane amount of time. So he has some sort of support here. It's nice. Also, the wards do not want to tank. Roshan's AI is programmed to go after heroes, apparently. So it's a nuisance to kill the Roshan like this. If he has proper support, it's an easy thing to do. Mid lane is being pushed by no hero but creeps. The top tower is being pushed. It feels like EHOME knew that the Roshan was going down. It's not hard to guess either, if you take into account the fact that there weren't any heroes on the map to be seen, and he DPs out. The stun is too late. Enough range, DPs out. It's a nice trick there. It was the only way he could get out, and he didn't even TP back to base. He went for mid for some more farm. He has Quas, which means his HP regeneration is pretty heavy. He doesn't need to go back to base, it's a waste of time. He can gather some more experience. This is what the pros do, and I would have TP'd to back to base. He didn't. Oh. 81 was dropped. I mean, ages. I'm sorry. We'll get tracked here, which means QQQ has more speed. Oh, nothing happens. Lan. Whoa. Just gets away. Not a single worry in the world, and die now. Being chased away. Gabu with an invisibility rune could set up a stun and ultimate. Dead. Wouldn't even need to be there. Was there to gather the experience from a support. As I said, with Chen, no early fights can be rewarding, and it can also backfire. Right now, I can't say which is true. He almost has his mech. It's 17 minutes. They would really need the mech. On the other hand, they're not AoE nuking as much as they could be. Most of the time it's smooth jumping in, taking a kill. The relic's up on how. Almost radiance. QQ has the money for a mech and the TP scroll. Exactly what he will get. He's gonna keep pushing with the hero. They're not so heroes. The Frozen Seagull, a Siege Creep, and Ogre Brew. What are you doing, son? What's wrong with you? Were you having a stroke? Evoke has an E-stagger, so the initiation coming from TongFu will be amazing. They have two blink daggers up. Both of the heroes are great at initiating. They have two fighting will be difficult for EHOME. On the other hand, this is EHOME. They can handle it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
okay. And QQQ is pushing top. Split pushing by a Chen.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
You don't see this every day, but this is so logical. This is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. It's sort of the only and the best option they have, but you don't see this every day. Why not? What's Chen missing from being an amazing split push hero? You just don't see it in this capacity, at least. Now they're trying to dodge the fight with Mu,
Under attack.
and they want the creeps to survive. Must say Lan's getting quite a significant amount of farm. You should take into account the fact that he didn't get any early on. He's almost at his BKB. He's 1k behind Hao, which I find really interesting, because Hao was farming top lane and he was getting free farm for a lot of time. Yeah, it's old Prague that Druid form does not get upgraded. You have to recast it to get the bonus experience, bonus HP you get from leveling the skill up. It's a really old thing. It was there in Warcraft. It's still there in Dota 2. Mu has a Desolator, which means the creep will... What are you doing, Sentry Ward? This apparently is a Sentry Ward. Taking down the creeps, the trim creeps is really easy for him with the Desolator, which means more armor decreased and more damage dealt. King Che walking back together with Cupid Cat. QQQ on the lane, they're trying to initiate. Evoke is in the front with a haste rune and that dagger.
Middle tower is
Lam getting some farm bot lane. How deep is out. I wanted to leave his bear there to still deal damage, to take another lane down. It's just because you don't need to be there for the radiance to burn. You can be on the other side of the map. If you see an opponent coming, you just quickly use return on the bear, which means the bear will not get ganked. QQQ already has 1k up after getting mech. He's doing really fine. Side lane pusher. Lan 400, 350 missing from ABKB. There are 3 heroes here. There is a gem up on Venomancer, almost mech.
bottom tower is under attack.
You better hide now. 3 heroes in the woods, hidden. How farming the lane? Avok should farm the lane as well. Yeah, he's going to do that because they need to push. What better way of pushing than just taking down the creeps that are coming? QQQ knows something's up. He needs to go bot to defend. Dai is still farming middle. He's going for a hex. If history shows anything, it's that he will go for a hex. He has got it several times. I expect this to be the same. Gank middle. QQQ gets spotted by a bow. An EMP takes moves mana down. An ultimate already. QQQ dodges it all with a symbol smoke. This is the time when the smoke touched all. Sensing knew that there would be a bounty hunter there. Gets healed up and he survives by
Radiant
a
structures
recall.
are fortified.
It was sort of close, but QQQ did what he had to.
Radiant's
A hand of
bottom
God.
tower
He also
is under
used a
attack.
hand of God just to
Middle tower is
make sure he would survive, and because it healed 300 HP, he would have survived. It wasn't entirely necessary, but it was still a good use.
tower has been denied.
Lum's pushing top. He has 1.9k, which means ABKB is up. X, what do you do? TP out. With proper vision, Mo could have actually killed him if he had put the ward on top of him, exactly on top of him, he would have moved somewhere here, and that would have been a kill. QQQ's gonna die now. Or easy. I must say the movement speed gained from a simple track is amazing. A nice CMP, Kabu. Lam dodges the stun and both gets killed as well. Move's tracked up so they will see wherever he goes. Lam's there to deal damage. Move wants to return fire but gets taken out. Double kill for Lam. Took Tangabu and also killed the ape. Sunshine gets a haste rune, so that's nice. Venomancer is a really good hero to have a game on. Sort of similarly to Beastmaster, because you don't have to personally be the one attacking, which means you can prepare to get away. With Venomancer you place a ward uphill, which you don't even need vision up there. Beastmaster has vision up there. Through his hawk, Venomancer has his plague wards. Game is really useful on those heroes. We see a ward up there, so they're hoping Sunshine won't think to go for it. To even see if there's one up there. Copycat is 1.7k, I'm not sure what he's going for. Despair is dead, 100 gold. The old version, nowadays you get 300 gold. 3 times as much, and Ha has 2.8k. He's going for a cross next, probably. It could be, it very well could be a Vlad. I wouldn't be surprised. He has tranquil boots and he could easily finish it. Nope, he got a yep, hyperstone. He got a hyperstone, which means he's going for a cross. As I said, Tai is going for a hex. He has the ultimate orb, which means he needs to get another 3.6k, and that will be a hex. Lamgo finished his BKB. Now they just need a fight somewhere, somehow. Shin has his own game. Yes. He hasn't died once. Which is a good sign for them, which is why he's holding the game. Roshan's up, actually a flying coder apparently. Rosh is up, which is why everyone's trying to stay here. Was invisible, the tornado missed. Lam's farming top with a replicate up and running for another 18 seconds. If he wants to go for it, he has to go now. Rosh is already dying. Lam with BKB jumps in house there with the icon. Mr. Ultimate's used. Kabu kills down a Lich. Copycat's really low. Lam's trying to deal some damage but can't find anything. QQQ getting focused. Tai trying to retreat. QQQ uses his heals. Kabu's still alive, Sanshing still alive, everyone's still alive on TongFu side. Lam's still dead. Copycat got away. He was probably sent back to base. That's why he got away, everyone else died. So I don't entirely understand how it went as horribly as it did for EHOME. TongFu had, as I said already, has great ways of initiating. Brewmaster's ultimate was used very early on, and Sunshine with Venomancer got an amazing ultimate off, hitting almost everyone, or really everyone. That is a decent amount of damage being dealt to everyone every single second. It is just an amazing amount of damage if you get it on everyone. You don't even need to, but the more targets the merrier. Anyway, they're pulling ahead with farm. They were getting the experience lead back, but the gold just being pulled away. They were gaining some momentum back, and now it's going the way of TongFu yet again. TongFu played that fight really well. None of them died, none of them were dealt in damage enough so they would die. They were positioned really well. There was a bear attacking, yet Syllabear didn't die. The Roche died to TongFu. They got the Aegis as well. It was all around good fight for them. Copycat's being chased away. The increased movement speed he gets from his track is really awesome. But the game was good. Oh, QQQ's game is on Lone Tree because they almost got team wiped, only one survivor, so the game was dropped. They picked it up. I didn't see that. It was a hectic fight. Sorry. Awoke. The funny thing is you can dagger out of the tornado because the damage is dealt when you land on the ground. But before that you have a moment to act, you have a moment to do something, to use spells up. Another Brewmaster ultimate into the base. Is smoke, is just a simple smoke, just destroys it all. Destroys the initiation. They know it, that's why they use it. BMP dealing damage, but not enough. The Desolator from Illusion doesn't really work. Evoke's getting damage down. Tap this strike to finish it off. Hand of God was used. Moves chair to deal damage, but now he's taking damage himself. He has the Aegis. Lam uses his BKB. Is this enough to deal damage? Doesn't feel like it. Moves together with his team again. They have only one hero down. They have a shitload of wards, which means the Rex is down. They have vision of Copycat. He can't initiate. Another Rex will fall. Lam's trying to take something down. They're gonna go for at least Sunsheng. Gets tracked up. Lan with a waveform wants to go for it. Kabu's gonna be damaged down. Adaptive. Game on the ground. Adaptive strike. There we go. QQQ takes the kill. Moves going after Lan. He will waveform and TP. He had enough mana. Nope! On the last moment gets rooted up and he's dead. Laundry gets the last hit. There was a game on the ground. What happened to it? It could have been destroyed. I'm not sure. Kabu's game is in Templar Assassin and Lone Trade has QQQ's game. That's a lot of games. Templar Assassin is going for great, probably 5.3k gold. Didn't buy anything. He has an empty slot, but he didn't buy anything. They have lost a set of racks. QQQ has lost his creeps. I'm suspecting. Copycat's trying to frack. Nice. They have some sort of vision of the opponent. I will go there with a tornado and nope, he's not. Moo is already gone. Awoke going for a Agonims. Oh, finished Doron Mao. Oh my god. There is no way they're gonna kill him again. He doesn't have a BKB, but he doesn't need it. They focused him down, they got him down, but that was just because he had Aegis and he was ballsy. Once he regrouped with the rest of his team, he was just out of harm's way. Now he has a finished Heart of Tarrasque. I don't really see EHOME killing him in fights unless everyone else is dead already. TA is not an easy hero to kill by any means. Because of the refraction meld and the dagger he and face boots and the fact that he slows. And now the fact that he has HGs and a Heart of Tarrasque and 15 charges. Oh, didn't get burned, or did he? Didn't really understand that. An ice wall is up, he's gonna use it. Yep, there we go with a slow. Laundry's cow is slowed. Templar Assassin is tracked, the only one here that is. House trying to deal the damage, but he was disarmed. Now they deal the damage. Replicate is tanking, good for tanks, but also dead now. Mu deals the damage. I would have expected Mu to go for some more damage or a BKB to finish it off, but went for stage B. Lam waveforming in, doesn't use a BKB yet. And then ultimate from Sansheng completely whiffed, didn't hit anyone. QQQ dies after using his End of God. King Chase there, Lam waveforms in. King Che used his ultimate before he died. Oh, he's dead. Mu's trying to deal the damage, but he's not going to die. Copycat still gets killed. Nope! He's invisible, they don't see him. Lam is spraying with fire. Should probably get away from there before you die. Evoke is being focused down by Die, so he would be stunned. Lam is getting 4 steps away, but nope, too much damage. A meld hit reaches him inside his own fountain, but still enough damage to kill him. Sansheng has a mech and is going for another vibe as well. They're trying to focus Sansheng down, target they can take. Moon now in the middle with no refraction charges left, only massive amounts of damage. Copycat's walking away from there. Lang doesn't have any damage. Why is he trying to attack? He should just try to get away, and he can't. He just can't. He was in a pickle already. Can't get away from there. Copycat's low, and he's going to be nuked down. Mu uses his cheese to get away from there. He was dead. He was 005, now he's 136. More track on Mu. They can't tank the damage. They just simply can't. A track on Sansheng. Here we go. Midrax is down, which means this is looking pretty grim for EHOME. First tracks already seems a bit grim. Second tracks really devastating. Who doesn't need more damage? What was I saying? He has enough from his spells and Desolator. And face boots, let's not forget face boots. An amazing amount of damage. Why did Sansheng quit? Did they GG this? Oh yes, indeed they did. It was a GG by Lan. Whee! Oh, just pushing bot. Nobody gives a shit. Hey guys! Hi! I heard you had Brex. No, you don't. Bear. Dealing damage. Nope. 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 Falling back. I must say, it was an awkward game. I mean, I didn't see TongFu having such an amazing lead, but they still sort of just went with it and won. Hao got his radiance up, and it's also a nice way to get some more farm up. Gold difference and gold experience lead just became bigger and bigger with every Roshan they took. Each Roshan just widening the teams apart even more. It wasn't a perfect play by EHOME, but they still did good for a while. They were behind in the start, but they still got several kills, several nice ganks, and then just the team fights fell apart. The Temple Assassin 10-1-6, an amazing score to have, and he just annihilated EHOME. That's a nice way of putting it. That was very nicely played by him.